Hey y'all, it's Maria Com again. This is the third time I have tried to record something. I made the mistake of coming into this evening with no plan, and so I don't know what to talk about, and then I start rambling and or ranting about something, and I just am not feeling it. So, don't know how long this one is gonna be. I don't really want to rant, I don't really want to ramble about nothing, and I don't really want to complain about work. So, those are like the three easy things to do, and I'm just out of ideas right now. And I'm just not feeling the greatest today, mentally or emotionally. I'm very tired. I feel like I've been taking on a lot of I'm kind of an empathetic person in terms of I tend to take on the emotions of people around me a lot of times. So that sounds weird. What I mean is they're one of the other administrative assistants at work right now. I can't really call them a coworker because we don't work in the same department. It's weird. We have the same position in different departments. Ta-da. And she's, a bit older than me, and she's just going through a lot of crap right now. And I want to, be a good coworker and a good friend or whatever. I guess we could probably be called friends. I have such a narrow definition of the word friend, but I think most people would consider what we are friends. So there's that. But she's just going through a lot. Her parents are not doing very well. Her dad is probably dying of colon cancer, I believe is what he has. And then her mom has some form of dementia. I'm not sure what kind exactly. I'm not sure if she's been formally diagnosed, but you can tell when someone's mind is going. And so she's an only child, so she's kind of dealing with all of that pretty much on her own. Her husband took our extension that we work for, got budget cuts for the next couple of years, and they offered early retirement with benefits to people who were at a certain stage or whatever. I don't remember what the criteria were because I've only been there a year. And I'm not old enough, so it wasn't gonna happen for me, so I didn't pay attention to that stuff. But, her husband was, at that cutoff point, basically, where they would allow people to retire early, and he has, I do not remember the name of it, but it is some kind of kidney disease, where basically he's going to need a kidney transplant at some point, or he will probably die, and it's causing him a lot of issues, so he took early retirement, and this was his first week of not working, and yay that he got to retire. That's awesome. I think he probably needs that, but, she's kind of worried about his health as well. So there's that. And, she's been talking to me about it a lot, and like I said, trying to be a good friend, good coworker, but I kind of take on those emotions a little bit where I'm sad for her, and also trying to figure out how to help her be less stressed about all of this. I don't know that there is a way, because how do you be less stressed about having to deal with a dying parent and a parent who is losing their mental faculties all at the same time? And then also a spouse who is, sick. So I don't know that there is a good way to help someone be less stressed through all of that, but, I've been trying, so there's that. But I think that all is really draining on me, because not only am I an introvert, so being around people generally just kind of drains me. This kind of stuff in particular drains me, where I'm trying to help people through emotional stuff after only having known them for a year. So, and then there's a bunch of stuff going on in my life too that's stressful and crazy. So I'm just kind of drained and tired and not really knowing what to do with myself right now, not really knowing what to do with life. I don't know where my evening went. I looked at the clock and I was like, oh, it's 8:30, I should probably do a recording, and now I've been struggling through doing recordings. So, one thing I've been trying to do lately, to both manage my stress, manage my other mental health issues, manage all the things, is I've been trying to do a lot of, nostalgic kind of things. So I've been listening to music that's kind of nostalgic for me. Maybe I will talk about it in a different recording, but I've been listening to, wizard rock a lot lately. It's a very, early 2000s thing, so, yeah. And then I also want to get back into reading for pleasure, so I am starting I know I can't read anything super heavy right now, so I am rereading the Animorphs books. I was very into Animorphs when I was younger. I think I've mentioned this in a previous recording, but I was part of the book club. I have all of the books, blah blah blah. I have read some of them multiple times. I haven't read all of them multiple times, but now I will have, because I'm going to get through all of them. I reread The Andalite Chronicles last weekend. That was very fun and emotional. I didn't expect to get so emotional about it, but also, like, a lot of stuff happened in that book, and a lot of stuff happened in, like, quick succession, and I can't believe that. It's just wild to me, because I'm like, holy crap. All of this happened in that short time frame. Wow. Just kind of crazy. But anyway, and then, like, by the end, I did not expect to cry at the end of it, but I cried at the end of it, and that was kind of great. Not a lot of crying, don't worry, but, I cried. Crying is also okay, so there's no reason to say, like, that's a bad thing or anything. But anyway, so I read the Andalite Chronicles last week. I've been slowly working my way through Animorphs number 1 this week. My problem is that, like, I don't really have time at work, ever, and then by the time I get home, I just do not have the mental capacity to do a lot. So even reading a kid's book that is like maybe 100 pages, I don't know, I'd have to look at it, and it's all the way in the other room, and I don't feel like going over there. But even reading that is like tough for me. So I am just so wiped out by the end of work, and I am flabbergasted by that fact. Because it just makes doing anything else so hard, and it makes trying to improve my life in other ways so hard. But I'm gonna really try and I'm almost done with the first one now, so with book 1 now, so I'm gonna definitely finish that this weekend. It would be great to get through a couple more, so we'll see. But yeah, so I've been trying to, like, just do some nostalgic stuff to try and manage stress and manage negative mental health stuff, and it's kind of been working. I'm gonna make a plan if I record tomorrow, which I would like to. I just don't know what my evening is gonna look like, or my day in general. I won't know that until I get up tomorrow and decide what kind of energy I have to do what and be around whom. So, if I do record tomorrow, I think I'm gonna talk about Wizard Rock. I might be doing a presentation on that next month at a thing in town that I have committed to doing and have put off coming up with a topic for, so I might be doing that, and just talking about it a little bit in a recording would probably help. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research and stuff if I'm gonna do a presentation on it, but it's not like a very formal presentation. It's more like a TED Talk with beer is how they describe it, so shouldn't be too bad, but anyway, if I do a recording tomorrow, I'm gonna do a recording on that. Ta-da! And talk about what Wizard Rock is, maybe, just in case people are unfamiliar with it. It will be very not research heavy, but it'll be my understanding of it and what I know about it and stuff. And then why it's nostalgic for me and why I've been listening to it so much lately. It's kind of what I was thinking of making my presentation be. Those things all in one. So maybe it'll be a test run for my presentation, although my presentation has to have visuals too, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway. Apparently I'm getting used to my voice enough that I don't want to ever stop talking when I do these recordings, which is a problem, because I don't think I have that much that is interesting or useful to anyone else to say about stuff, so, I mean, we're getting some views on these recordings, but not a lot. And I think I have, like, just a couple of likes, and that's it. So, at least a couple people out there are liking what I'm doing. Or they just like things. Like, they just click like on things, but don't actually like them. I don't know. Anyway, no way to ever get anywhere unless you keep going. So I'm gonna keep going, keep doing these. Maybe someday I will, do a video as well. I don't know. It's not gonna happen yet. My face is still healing from the cat fiasco of 2025. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling and cut it off there. This has been my Riacom talking about stress and talking about the fact that I don't know how to deal with it other than nostalgia, apparently. So, yeah. And I will chat at you again probably tomorrow. We'll just say probably tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, it'll be soon. Alrighty. Bye.